Smaller on the outside.
That is a first.
Hello and welcome back to Smaller on the Outside. This week we are doing yet another entry to our famous segment, Who's Who in the Whoniverse. This week we have the Confused Adipose, or Joe as he likes to be called, on. He is a Whotuber, I guess we can call them, with just over 7,000 subscribers. He's up and coming, highly recommend the channel, and he should be very fun to talk to. How are you today, Joe?
Yeah, I'm great, thanks. Thank you guys for having me on the podcast. I've listened to a few of the other episodes, and I've got to say, it is one of the best Doctor Who podcasts I've actually listened to. So yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Is that because it's the only Doctor Who podcast you've listened to?
No, there's been a few over the years, but this one, yeah, it's very good.
Oh, you flatter us,
I'm blushing.
Blushing.
Oh.
Sorry, I do sound sarcastic sometimes, but I'm really not, I promise.
So, what made you want to do Whotube? I'm going to keep calling it that.
Whotube is what it should be called.
Yeah,
Whotube.
it should be.
Yeah,
You've got
it is a good
TechTube,
name.
You've got BookTube. We need Whotube.
My channel, sort of, originally it wasn't a Whotube channel, like, way back, because I've had the channel for about 7 years, I think. Originally, I just sort of posted a bunch of really weird, random, old videos.
Like
there was
what?
no... like, I did a few Lego animations. They're appalling.
Awesome.
One of my early videos, which is the most embarrassing thing, and I don't know why I still have it public, I just filmed myself recording a TV, and the title is BBC Leaked UFO Footage, and it's ITV News that's playing, so it just... I don't even know what that video was, but yeah. It was only in about, I think, late 2019, when I properly started to, like, get into all the Doctor Who YouTube-y stuff and report the news, and yeah, that's led to where it is today.
So that was, what, just before Series 12?
Yeah. It was when I don't know if you'll, like, know all of this stuff, but, like, back in 2019, there was leaked images of Series 12, like the new Dalek design, and I just I picked up on that and was like, oh, it'd be fun to report on the news, and then it got me some views, so I just sort of went from there.
You also made some videos about set photos from Twice Upon a Time as well, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, that was, because, as I said, it used to just sort of be random videos. I made that way, way, way back in 2017, and it just so happened that what I predicted is exactly what happened in the show, and then that just went like mad views-wise overnight.
What is your earliest memory of Doctor Who? Has it always been a part of your life, or was it something that you discovered later on?
I've always known that it was a thing, because I think probably the earliest memory I have is my dad used to have a keychain of like a classic 60s Dalek, and
cool.
I remember like playing about with that as
Was
a very
it the
young
old
child.
silver and blue ones?
Yeah, it's one of those, yeah. And I think that was because I was sort of too young at that point to actually know what Classic Who was or what the show was, because I'm assuming this was before the revival. But I remember that little Dalek keychain.
But you've been watching the show since Rose, then?
Kind of. I only became a fan, like a proper fan, I'd say, in the Matt Smith era. But I always had it on TV. Like, one of the episodes I remember clearly watching, which is why I named my YouTube channel The Confused Adipose, is the Partners in Crime one with the Adipose, because I was at my cousin's house, and I have this distinct memory of her just sat on the sofa going, that is so unrealistic, this show is rubbish. And I was just sat there loving it, but yeah.
That is a really good episode, Partners in Crime. It's one of my favourites.
Yeah.
I love the intro sequence at the beginning. Especially when they're in the office and they're popping up and below the separators, aren't they? It's really funny.
Yeah, it's a good introduction to Doctor Who as well, because it sort of explains all the basics and everything you need to know.
What would you say your favourite episode of the show is?
Now, this is quite a difficult question, but I always end up trying to pick between Journey's End and, like, The Stolen Earth, that whole story, or World Enough and Time and the Doctor Falls.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
World Time and Doctor Falls is one of my favourites.
Yeah. I think that the Cybermen are just handled so well in that story.
Yeah. I think that... sorry, I got a notification on my computer. I think that Series 10 possibly has the best series finale out of New Who.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really good looking too. Like that black hole CGI. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I think they got John Smith to do that. I don't know if you guys know him. He's a Doctor Who YouTuber. And he actually... Well, he did some just CGI for fun on YouTube, and then I think the BBC hired him to do some stuff for Series 10, and then
so
also...
cool.
Yeah, and then he, I think, also made the intro for Jodie Whittaker.
That's amazing. I did
Yeah,
not know
imagine that. Imagine that. You're just like, yeah, this is so fun. You get a call from the BBC. You're hired to make the new title sequence.
That must have been mad for him.
Yeah, I would literally just die.
Oh my gosh, he made the Wholock video. I remember watching that.
Yeah, that video is iconic.
It's very good as well.
It's really well done, yeah.
Like, not only is he a good special effects artist, but he's also very good at editing.
Yeah.
Well, the two go hand in hand, don't they?
How has Doctor Who been there for you entirely?
I'd say it's a great source of escapism. So, whenever you're sort of feeling down, or there's like I don't know, like what to do, I need to fill a time gap, or if you're feeling upset or whatever, it is just nice to sort of escape to this world where almost anything is possible, because it still feels grounded in reality, but it's still got all of these like sci-fi elements, which I think, that's one of the main things that I really like about the show.
That's a really good answer.
That is a good answer.
Obviously, the past year or so has been a bit horrendous. Have you found a bit of solace in the show? Did you dive right in over lockdown, or did you take a bit of a step back? Because when we spoke to Evie last week, a Noble Girl, she said that she didn't want to watch Doctor Who over lockdown. She didn't want to associate the show with all of the bad stuff going on.
I sort of had the exact opposite reaction to hers, in that as soon as lockdown hit, I remember thinking in my head, like, well, this isn't great for my education, but I could try and get as many WhoTube videos out as possible. So in the first few weeks of the first lockdown, I was releasing 3 big videos a week, and that's one of the times that my channel started to properly grow and get subscribers, was because it was, as I said a minute ago, my form of escapism. Yeah. The world's burning around us, and I was just there going, yes, let's make WhoTube videos.
Have you seen a really big increase in your followers and stuff
Yeah.
then?
It was beginning of lockdown, I had only almost 1,000, and then when we came out of lockdown towards the end of 2020, around the summer, it had grown to about 6,000 by then, which is in a very short period of time was good, because it just gave me so much free time to actually do stuff, which was really nice.
Have you found that you're able to keep up that schedule? Because 3 videos a week must be really hard.
Yeah, I have not kept up that amount of videos at this moment. I think I try and get at least one out a week, but there is the odd week where I don't have time, because it takes quite a while, filming and then editing, and sometimes collabing and stuff, getting other people and all the footage. So yeah, I try and aim for 1 video a week.
Who have you collaborated with recently? I know you did a couple of videos with a Noble Girl, but who else has been on your channel?
So I think you guys know Header from the Dr. Humour page. A video which we filmed together is coming out next Saturday.
Oh, that's awesome!
Yeah. So that one's one to hopefully look forward to.
Oh, can you hint about what might?
So we're drawing Doctor Who characters digitally and then guessing which ones they are. And they're quite obscure, strange drawings. So
that does sound quite fun.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be a funny video.
I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, it was great fun. He's a really nice guy, as I'm sure you two are aware. Yeah, it was good.
That's awesome. I mean, I think what's great about Doctor Who is the fact that there are actually so many people making content for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what's great is that you can do collaborations like me and Tom have been doing the past 3?
Yeah, because
yeah,
the news is
including
dry
this
at the
one.
minute, we're basically just
Well,
asking people
it's actually
to
kind of not dry. We've been getting some news. We just haven't been reporting on it.
Well, it's more the fact that we just need a trailer that we can talk about, Toby, don't we?
Yes, I suppose so. But come on, look at all the rumours. Seeing as we're here, we could talk about the set photos recently.
Sure.
Yeah.
There was that truck with the Zygon logo on it, or what seemed to be the Zygon logo. It looks a bit different, but it's still something that exists. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you think we'll be seeing the Zygons this season?
I don't know. I think there's a possibility of it, but there was, like, way back 2018, I remember there was a, van with unit written on the side of it that was seen at Series 11 filming, and it just happened to be, some members of the crew were big Whovians, so just happened to have that sort of thing on their car or in their car. So maybe it could be that.
Maybe it's the same guys. It's the same people with just let's add a little bit of spice, and then they just change the sticker.
Yeah, just
next year
location.
When they're filming Series 14, we're just going to get a Torchwood one.
Imagine. Yeah.
Or what's it called? Atmos.
What do you think of the pictures that we saw about a month ago of the Weeping Angel on the beach?
That intrigues me quite a lot, because I think we've seen the Weeping Angels now for Series 13 in so many different various locations. So it's making me think, surely this can't all be one story, because there's them on the street in Cardiff, as you said. There's them in, a sort of foresty area. There's them on the beach. There's them at a manor house with, old-fashioned cars. So there's so many different places they are. It makes me wonder, what all, is this just going to be, a big 3-part story? Because we haven't seen one of those for quite some time, and I think that would be a good way, because if this is Jodie's final series, it would be a good sort of send-off to give her a big story.
Do you reckon it would tie in with that new game that's come out as well? The Osgood one with the Weeping Angels? I haven't played it yet, but...
It could do.
Because they're really ramping up the marketing with, showcasing them. A bit like what they did with the Jadoon. A year or two ago.
I definitely think it could have a part to play, because I haven't actually played the game, but I've seen a cutscene of it where I'm hoping this doesn't happen in the show, but Jodie says something about Weeping Angels flying. So I don't know whether that's hinting to what's going to happen in Series 13.
Sorry.
But exactly, it doesn't make any sense.
You just look up in the sky, and then the angel's like, "Oh shit, someone's looking at me." And it just
drops down
and just falls, rumbles.
Oh yeah. I don't know how that would logistically work, but yeah.
You'd have to do it at night,
and also ignore the satellites that are staring down at them.
Yeah.
I don't know. How does it work with technology? Do they freeze when they're captured by a device, or can they still move about?
Yes. If you remember from Time of the Angels, when there was the recording, it would only move. The angel would only move when the camera glitches.
Okay, interesting.
So you can't really see it.
So how do any Weeping Angels move outside? Because every square inch of the Earth is captured by satellites.
Yeah. Also, the problem with that is they say in Time of Angels that the image of an angel becomes an angel.
Yeah.
So surely there's just thousands.
Well, maybe there is. Oh my gosh, hang on. Write that down. Note that down. That's a very, very good story to pitch to the BBC.
Just ring up Chibnall right now.
Yeah, because people just take photos of any random statue, don't they? Post it on their Instagram for aesthetic, and then all of a sudden, some kid leaves his phone on while there's a picture of this statue and just climbs out the phone.
That would actually be terrifying.
That could be a really creepy scene, though. If